This is a meditation for connecting with love in when we cannot share love directly with somebody. So connecting to something that reminds us of them. Maybe there's grief, maybe there's control. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to bring in a Kabbalistic meditation, but with an intention and for the sake of our own healing. Number one, when we have a desire to give, we want to share love. We may think the other one's the recipient of our love and we have expectation, but if we are the giver of love and we change our perception around being a giver of love, gives us more love. It's like a gift. It's a gift to have love to share. We're given love and we give others love. So instead of getting caught up with like on principle or needing to be right, we're going into this as getting the pressure off by creating a better inner circuitry of love for the sake of sharing love for others' sake. Enough love for my own sake that I could do things for the sake of others. So in other words, getting my needs met so that I could actually meet others' needs. In other words, not just receive in order to share, but actually fully be a receiver and a sharer just for myself before I could be a receiver and a sharer for someone else's sake. When we say someone else, it's for the sake of connecting. We need an other. We even need a deeper inner. An other or an inner or an outer. So you're welcome to shut your eyes. You can make it complicated with position and did you need a drink and blow your nose, or you could just continue with living and trust everything's going to be okay and take care of yourself and just being like people always say the onion peel, right? Opening one layer, just doing it, just going in deeper, penetrating your own self, not to the core, not across the core, but towards the core. Picturing yourself as fabrics, layers and layers of fabrics, and there's bones in there, and the bones are not even touching each other really, they have stuff in between. So looking at the fabrics now, healing the fabrics, sometimes they get knots and sequins and attachments, and healing the fluidity fabric. The cloth of the muscles, the cloth of the bones, the cloth of the organs, all the cloth. And how sometimes there's tiny little scar tissues and how they could just heal because we bring our attention to there, they loosen. That area gets a different kinds of compression. So just mentally going into your own body instead of externally focusing and recognizing the feelings and thoughts live in our cells already, in our fabrics, how it feels, experience, the sensations. And when we are using somebody, we call it love, but we're getting outside of ourselves in order to connect with ourselves. We're using them for love. It's control, manipulation, force, domination, instead of sharing. So that's why I say receive for the self alone enough. Be inside of myself enough that I believe in others being inside their selves. So doing it for my own sake, for the sake of doing it for others' sakes. And what is it to be? To be is to trust being means that there could be explosions that happen around us, not physically. I don't mean horrible tragedies, but I mean shocks and disturbances. And then there's a maintenance system that's able to connect with the core stabilizer, the core power. And the power is always kind of connected. It could always go back up. And there's a mainframe and there's a grid, a matrix grid. So connect with all your fields. Connect with the things that are not inside your body, the non-contained. And trust the expression of it, whether it happens in different parts of the body. And we're going to do a specific system now, a specific protocol. Starting with the head, we're going into Keter consciousness, and we're going to say Hineni. You might want to say it out loud. Hineni means here I am. connecting with the middle of the head, like the light of that cord. We have to always fit through the eye of the needle. It means we have to shed these labels and performances and roles and attachments and layers, and trust our own emanation that what's in the seed will grow, and it will grow itself. We'll start from the beginning again and again, as many times as necessary, because we know it'll always follow through to the right place. Now letting the breath connect as well. Going into the right side of the head. Yehi Ratzon. You might want to say it, Yehi Ratzon, as it should be, as it is. The highest will. It is, like I said, everything else will crumble. Except the most true. Let the most true just be. Let it be what it is. Moving into the left side of the head. Amuna B'Tova V'Kedusha. None of our calculations can ever do enough justice to the truth of goodness, of one love, of everything being holy and good. A lot of our calculations are anti that, and we need to clear. So just calculating, it's good. Now we go into it, just connecting. You might want to say Amuna B'Tova V'Kedusha. There's a faith that clears, brainwashes this area. A choosing to brainwash, a choosing to submit to goodness and holiness, instead of needing to believe that we could uncover something negative if only we would look enough. No more needing to negatively notice as an old generational inherited ancient pattern. Now coming into the whole middle trunk of the body. Leiv tahar v'poteach, open, pure heart. Not even pure, but like sanctified, not unsanctifiable. Or not yet sanctifiable, just sanctified, pure heart, like open. The pristine place of the heart. The naturally gentle place. In Yiddish we say the pintele yid. Little tiny dot. Just exquisite essence of sweet, cute, innocent, and yet still sexy, beautiful. All of it in there. This point of joy, bliss. Moving into the right arm. Avarabha Vemet. Love. True. Abundant. Overflow. Care. Willing. Agreeable. Yielding. All of you. Everyone, all of it, sure, yes. Down the right arm between the fingers, sending it out between the fingers of the right arm. I stop at each one. I, inside my head, like send my arm down into here, touch it, into here. I watch like kind of from the outside, but I send it through the inside. Feeling that as energy moves, there's more room in the lungs. Don't stay stuck. Now we could open, right? Like, we don't even need to go through certain patterns when the breath helps. So going into the left arm, enjoying kayach rachim, the endurance of mercy. Wow. The power, the strength, right? Kayach shalom, of peace. Kayach or, of light, the whole left arm, it even goes into between the fingers, feeling it across that membrane. Kayach rachim. You might want to say it, kayach shalom, kayach or. And now we go into, I guess I'm clearing stuff out. Wow. Got something came up. It just swallowed, but sorry to be gross, but that's what happened. Then we're going into the whole pelvis. The hips, east and west, left and right. The whole two bowls of them becoming one pelvis. Makom Shechina v'yashrei. Makom Shechina not V, sorry, B, v'yashrei. Makom Shechina v'yashrei. We are presence in flow. We are the place, space of presence and flow. Presence, which doesn't yet need to be physical matter. It's flowing. We could be that place, like the wire. This is how I've heard it said just yesterday by Rabbi Kamen. We are the wire for the flow, which doesn't yet have physical matter. So grounding here, like where the root is, right? Might want to say it. Makom Shechina b'ashrei. Going into the right leg. Just extending into it. Heichal Keter v'Malchut, like the palace of light. Like if we're making this wire and we want real royal good energy, dignified sovereign, we make good wire. Just put the time and energy into what matters, to what becomes matter to us, forms and what our boundaries are in a way, right? Like it should be nice boundaries. We shouldn't wait till it gets to the fall in between the cracks, really, actually. Right? Like we shouldn't wait till there's stretches in the wire. Let's move forward with this regeneration. Right? Like that vibe. Left leg. Enjoying Niflei Kedem Olam, world of timeless wonder, or a globe with an eastern fall, an eastern turn. And in the feet, Merkat, you might want to say it, Merkaba Chesed V'Nisim, chariot of kindness and supernatural, vehicle of supernatural kindness. Feel into the feet, go on top of the feet, under, from all sides and in between the toes, each toe between each toe of each foot. Going inside the feet, outside the feet. The feet pad sensory information to the earth, roots deep into the earth. Up the calves and down into the feet, down into the earth. And now connecting with the chakras from the root to the head, just by breathing in 26 at each one. And go to the root, and we're going to be doing this as emanation. You might want to say it. May the inside go outside. And we're just going to go count 26 sniffs. If you don't like that, just breathe however you want. Count however you want. I'm doing starting from the root. Take a refreshing breath. Let it all go. I move to the next, just like the fist goes under the belly button, like around there. And now fist goes right above the belly button. And we go into the heart. Into the throat area. Into the area, right, like a fist, like if you had to go between the mouth and the nose, straight back in the middle of the head. Saving 2, going into the next one. I went 2 above by accident because I started counting. So 26 now, and the right behind the middle of between the eyes, right above it. And now going straight to the crown, 26. starting to let the meditation go, starting to externalize the attention, look around. You're welcome to go through the body again and play this again if you need to. Thank you for spending this time with me, and I wish you well. Tomorrow we start the beginning half of a journal that we already did half. I've been noticing that the undercolor of my hair is red. Inside of my hair in the sun, it looks red. Look, it looks dark inside, right? Underneath, I have red hair inside of my hair.